do anything other than look at stuff that they told me I
You
can.
can't even
All
go
right,
to
I have 7 o'clock. We will call the town board meeting for November 3rd, 2025 to order. First item is the agenda. Any changes, Patrick?
None from staff, Mr. Chair.
Board of anything?
No.
Need a motion to approve?
Move to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, item 3 is approval of payment of bills.
I signed off. Move to approve payment of the bills.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, item 4 is the approval of minutes of October 20th. I know we got them late. I kind of read through them. They're kind of condensed. I expected them to be a lot longer.
Really? I thought they were pretty, well, whatever.
Anybody have any changes?
I saw none. Move to approve the prior meeting minutes of
Second.
October 20.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, 5 is a consent agenda item. Looks like we have 6 of them. Anybody have a problem with these? Oh, 8 of them.
Nope.
Nope.
Need a motion?
Move to approve the consent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, item 6, old business, the Brime automation purchase. Patrick, that you?
I can take that
That
one.
one's for Chad.
We did have a discussion. They basically said, take it or leave it.
This was what the board pulled 2 meetings ago because there was a question about the legal obligation or disclaimer that was on the
Yes.
form.
Their indemnification clause and their allocation of attorney's fees, I don't like, but they're not going to change the contract. And apparently, this is equipment that they're it.
Okay.
So I would say this, though, that I really wouldn't be too concerned about it. The township always pays its bills on time.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me like the Public Works has a pretty good relationship with this company, so I think it's probably worth the risk, just approving as is.
All right. Any other questions or comments?
No.
All right, I need a motion to approve the purchase.
I'll move to approve the purchase of the brine automation equipment for cost of $27,544 with funding from the capital improvement plan.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, item C, this is the Lino Lakes North Oaks JPA discussion.
Oh, did we
Nope, nope.
miss B?
Oh, sorry, Three Oaks.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get to that one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Three Oaks Homeowners Association.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, the president of the Three Oaks Homeowners Association is requesting the township support in acquiring grant funds for trees along Peterson Road for noise mitigation. There is no obligation on part of the township, just support from a local government body.
Couldn't get any of those trees alongside Centerville Road? Just asking. All right.
Where exactly do they want these?
Along Peterson Road, it looked like.
But there's a whole row of them on the southern house on Mayhagen.
Okay.
So is this to shield Mayhagen or the townships on the east?
Hold on.
I thought it was east and southwest.
That's all I thought it
This is
was.
the west side of Peterson Road.
But the west side, there's a big screening of evergreens along Mayhagen, unless it's north of Mayhagen.
Submitting a grant proposal, Minister Department of Transportation, Community Roadside, blah, 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 blah. Here. West side of Peterson Road.
Yeah, it doesn't say where on the west side.
West side.
Yeah, but where on Peterson Road?
I don't know. Let's see. They didn't put in a map, did they?
No.
Mm.
So I was a little confused when I read this.
I have to admit, I thought I understood it to be on the other side of the,
Well, maybe Andrew could just call up the map.
Because there's a whole line of trees south of
see if I can get
Mayhagen,
it.
big evergreens, blocking that first house.
Oh,
Now, the house on the north side, I don't know if it's purposely let off because there's a retention pond that runs down into there.
This is adjacent to H2.
No, it wouldn't be north of H2, wouldn't it?
It'd be north of H2.
yes.
That area.
Yes, north, up here, up there. So follow Peterson Road to Garley Park, which is Garley up north of there, and you'll.
That area.
Okay, so I'm looking at it right now.
I think it's in front of the wetlands.
Yeah, so west side must be,
It's just looking at the
See,
wetlands.
that's me. There's a whole line of trees blocking this house.
Yeah, it's to
Why
the
would they
north.
want trees along this side when it's all open space? It's all,
You think it would make
Sure
more
it's not
sense
on the
like over
south
here.
well,
side
that's what I thought
of,
was complaining.
their letter says west side.
Yeah,
see, when they were talking about it, I was almost positive it was closer to 35
Oh.
E, and it was on the south side of H2.
Says west.
I don't know why I think that, but
It
that's what I
says the
thought.
east side of Three Oaks neighborhood, parentheses, west side of Peterson
Peterson
Road.
Road. Yep. Maybe it's that part that's a little bit further. Well, no,
I
those.
don't know what they're trying to screen. It's all wetland there.
Well, it says to
thought it was
provide
35.
natural sound mitigation to reduce freeway noise.
Yep.
And I thought, yeah, and I thought it was close to 35.
Let me do this, folks, before we run ourselves ragged. If you're comfortable passing it subsequent to clarification of placement of trees, we can do that, right?
Sure.
Well, I
yeah.
have a question is why? Who are you screening it from?
They want to keep noise from the freeway out.
No, I get it, but the houses are already almost close to Centerville that are affected by it. Otherwise, it's all open and wetland.
For some reason, I think it's on the east side,
Well, they said
on the
west.
south side of H2. That's why I think there's something in
Well,
there here.
it can't be on the south side.
No,
It's the Three Oaks homeowners. That's north of me, which is on Mayhagen. That whole area between Peterson and Centerville Road.
I thought that they came down further. They weren't part of the Pine Hill. Okay, then I've got it
Three
wrong.
Oaks is all by themselves.
All
So
right.
I'm not sure how they're screening freeway noise. Because there is, like I said, there is screening to the house to the south on Mayhagen and Peterson. The guy to the north, I'm positive there was a wetland proposed back behind that gentleman. And I don't know if you could put trees there to be in that drainage easement, if I'm not mistaken. So that means then it's going to be farther north, which all your screening is open space and wetland. So the whole thing didn't make sense to me, but
Okay. I can get clarification, send it out to the board tomorrow. If you want to make a motion to pass it subject to that clarification, you can.
yeah, none of that. The property to the east on Peterson Road, there's an empty 5-acre spot there, which is pretty much wide open from Peterson to the freeway. That I can see where noise is traveling there, but now you're another whole block over to screen anybody's house.
that's not their property either.
No,
No.
it's
So-
privately owned.
I personally think we should do what Pat says. This is just to ask for, in support of funding to do this.
Trees up.
But they have to work with the township as to the location.
As to where they're gonna go.
I can be okay with that.
Yeah.
Mr. P?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, as long as it doesn't cost us anything,
Yeah,
because
it doesn't.
I don't see how it's gonna benefit.
Do you want to make sure you get more trees in your yard, Ed?
They took down trees when they did mine.
I just don't want to be in support of placement of the trees, and that, I see nothing here that says where they're placing them. All they're asking us to do is support their request to see if they can get some trees. They're not going to give them mature trees anyway.
That's true.
There is a study that says a freeway sound wall is the same as 100 feet of vegetation. So if they're looking to screen the freeway noise, a line of trees is not going to do anything.
But,
Just for their information, they're not
but
gonna-
visually, the thing is, the wood screens are sometimes kind of ugly to look at. And they don't always maintain
I
them.
think MnDOT already made a decision that they didn't say it warranted screening along the west side of 35 there. So they weren't going to, this is the best solution they got.
And to follow up on Pat's suggestion, you could always approve it conditioned upon town input into the location of the trees.
Did this go through the park board?
No.
This is just
Yeah, I don't know if it really would.
a support.
Yeah,
of
It was actually, the homeowners actually came to us with it. I think, didn't they find it? Yeah.
Oh,
It's
to the
a-
planning commission?
No,
No,
no.
homeowners.
Homeowners Association did.
Okay, but who did they go to? Just the staff?
apparently.
Yeah, the president initially reached out to me of the homeowners association.
Right, so again, it seems like they didn't follow a protocol here.
It's not really a planning issue
Yeah.
It's not?
or a park issue, no. Or a safety, well, it could be a safety issue possibly, but that's why you may want a condition upon town input into the location of the trees.
Not only that, if it's gonna be in the right of way or, and I am concerned, like I said,
say on all that
there's definitely some drainage there, so we would need our engineers to look at that where they're planning them.
Again, this is only a request to put letter of support for them to go forward with grant funding.
So am I too far in the weeds?
I think you are, I think they're legitimate for the future.
You wouldn't go for the deer in the weeds, but
But
you're planning.
I don't see there's anything wrong with issuing a letter of support if they can get the trees, but the issue really goes to where are they gonna go? And how many, they may not be able to
I can make that
fulfill
very clear to them.
Yes, and I,
Okay, fine.
just let it go.
Your name's not on it.
Well, I'm sorry. You're the chair,
All right, do I have a motion?
get paid the big bucks.
Make a motion to approve the Three Oaks Homeowners Association grant project, subject to clarification by our town clerk
Thank you.
or staff.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, item C, the Line of Lakes, North Oaks, JPA.
Mr. Chair, Board, I was told from parties involved in the discussions of a three-part JPA between the Township, City of North Oaks, and Lino Lake, City of Lino Lakes, that there would be a some kind of a draft edit of that JPA for discussion tonight. I kept this on the agenda. I haven't received anything. So I don't know if there's really anything that we need to talk to about unless the board wants to get some background on this.
Well, other than the fact that we did give them till the first week of December to get us something, that's when we were kind of expecting something.
But that's the government of North Oaks. This is Lionel Lakes, which is another sub-user through North Oaks, not even the community. I just go on record, I think none of this is valid until we get a JPA in place with the City of North Oaks.
And I did let all parties know that last week, very clearly.
I mean, government to government, our JPA is with the City of North Oaks.
Well, actually, we don't.
Well, no, you are correct. The one that expired,
Yes,
Was with
is
the
with
City of North Oaks.
Correct.
and which we were trying to get a renewal or a revised JPA for the last 2.5 years.
2 3/4 years.
Okay, I'm short by a couple. So,
Going on 3, Steve.
I mean, I value Lionel Lakes trying to move forward with their project.
Yes.
And the seller of the property with their interest in the property. But I think it's premature until we have an agreement with the city.
And I think our attorney said it best when we were discussing the logistics involved with this potential JPA is that we'll sell you water.
Yes.
And that's it. The rest of it is, as Chad has said, I don't think we need to be involved in that. We're just here as the vendor, essentially.
Well, and as I was saying, I'd gone through their master infrastructure plan. I read the entire thing today, and they actually don't think we can give them enough water, and they basically want to do business with Shoreview. So I'm kind of unsure why we're even kind of doing this whole thing. I mean, it seems like, and I have questions about how many people are involved in this thing, because when you read through it, North Oaks Company is getting out of the picture. Their HOA, their city government, and then Waverly Gardens and all the other subsets were also to be included with discussions according to this stuff. I'm very confused.
Logan, just for your edification, there was a public statement made at the City of North Oaks Council this last month by the administrator that specifically said that, in his opinion, the township wants to cut the water source off from City of North Oaks. That is 100% inaccurate. We worked for 2 years. Myself, Ed, Chad, council member Watson, who's no longer there, as well as the administrator Kevin Kress, for 2 years for a new and revised JPA with the expectation that it would have been passed long ago and we would be in the midst of selling them water from our water source. That line of thinking makes no sense. And to put us into that type of a position, to me, quite frankly, is really offensive and is completely unnecessary. We have given them, as Mr. Ruzek said, almost 3 years to work through this. And I think, I got to tell you, I think our board's patience is wearing thin. We are basically providing them water in good faith at this point with nothing tying us legally. So to say something like that to
Part
me
of
is
this deadline of the
irresponsible.
first week in December, they've always said they had a plan B or another source coming. Well, we have not seen anything, no proposals, no nothing. So if they do have something, we'd like to at least know what it is or what's their timeline. So that's kind of also what we're waiting for. There's been talk of them pulling water from the St. Paul Waterworks or extending Shoreview's lines. They have all these grander ideas, but it's just pie in the sky. Until they put it on paper, we don't know.
Or water towers and their own water treatment
water towers.
facilities.
Right, and all that stuff is major expenses.
Just so that the camera has me on record, yes. Logan Guion, Wiper Press representative, they are speaking to me. Also, our press is very aware of it. We are so sick of covering this story. I have a friend who is from college. She is a pretty well-connected producer in Hollywood, and I gave her the 10,000-foot overview of the story. And she said, you know what I call this? Stupid Aaron Brockovich. That was her response. So yes, we are up to date. We are aware of the statements made from all parties, and we have been tracking this story, we hope to God, accurately from whence before I first started covering the township. So hopefully we continue to represent truthfully what everyone has been saying.
As long as you make it clear that it's up to Lino Lakes and North Oaks to decide how the infrastructure is to be maintained and constructed. That the town has, with the exception of the sanitary sewer trunk line, the town has no interest in that.
And that's the new JPA. That's not even the old one.
Yeah.
The old one isn't ratified yet. So I just.
Yes, we are, and we are also very aware that all you want to do is sell them water when they have a contract ready to go. I am trying to be as neutral as possible here as a journalist right now, and
Thank you.
hopefully, just under the surface, you can read between the lines how I.
Well, plus too, this board is receiving calls from residents from North Oaks. We're neighbors, we all know each other. And the rumors that are flying around are just rumors. It's all hearsay.
Wonderful. We will, at the press, continue to monitor the situation, much to our chagrin. And we will hopefully, I hope that you are satisfied with the reporting that it's accurate to what is happening.
I've had no problem with it.
Great. Awesome. I'll be back up here later.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so as of now, we still just waiting on that deadline of December.
Yep.
Now, that's for the Lino Lakes, North Oaks JPA.
No, that's for ours.
Okay, there's one comment I should make about this.
Okay.
I did talk to the city attorney last Thursday
Of Lionel or
of North Oaks. And I informed her that the township has not billed the city as accruing the bills. She requested that the town send the bill to North Oaks as soon as possible at the rate of 125% of the tier 1.
I thought we had
We
originally
agreed.
said just tier 3.
I did say that, and I'm just telling you what she said. And her basis is that the initial discussion was tier 1.
But you didn't take the deal.
Well, and that's a good point.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I think we should proceed personally as we outlined at a tier 3, and they can do what they want with the bill.
That's fine. I just wanted to let the board know because, the sooner you make a decision, or
my
the sooner the town goes forward, the better off I think the town is.
So if North Oaks progresses to the, pretty hard deadline at this point, at the end of the first week of December, to have a feasibility study in place as we have agreed upon, it would still be time for us to bill them at tier 3 because we would, in theory, have an agreement at that point. So the ball's back in their court.
Well, it'd be nice if we had it by the 21st, which is our exec board meeting, because we're gonna get this the first week of December, and then we're only.
If we do.
Yeah, and we have a meeting December 1st.
Yep, that's the big boy meeting. That's the budget and tax meeting.
Yeah, so we don't exactly have time to be beating up a JPA.
So we said at the end of the first week of December. That goes out to the 5th.
But then again, it doesn't give us any time for the board to get together until the 15th.
Would the board like me to contact the city attorney and tell her that the board would like to see a proposed JPA prior, by the 19th of November, so it can be reviewed at the November exec meeting?
Oh.
Like fleshed out framework?
Yeah, proposal.
That would at least give us and staff time to at least look over their general guidelines. So,
Okay, I can do that.
What about
they
the
only
bill?
had 2.5 years.
Yeah,
Coming up on 3.
rapidly.
So where do we leave it with get the bill as soon as possible? As she requested.
I think we still stay with that December billing.
I do too.
Okay.
If you didn't like the first deal, you gotta take the second deal.
We are trying as best we can here to accommodate what's happening in the city of North Oaks.
And I understand they change engineers, they change attorneys.
I get it.
I get all that. But they've had the same city administrator.
Yeah, that's the consistent. So what rate is we billing them for the December billing?
We had been doing 125%
Yes.
of tier 1.
Correct.
That was according to previous JPA. The board at our executive meeting requested another level.
I agree. I just want to make sure we're at
Okay.
tier 3 level.
Yep.
And this is only to at least motivate them, because it doesn't seem like anything else is working.
You're right.
No, you can talk about good faith and all this. It's awfully far down the road.
Yeah.
We've done nothing but accommodate.
And there are gonna be some people who see their water bills in North Oaks that are gonna go, what just happened?
Enough.
All right, any other discussion on this?
If I do get something along the lines of a draft JPA, I will share that with the board.
All right. Moving on, 7 is no public hearing. 8, Meadowlands Drive, any use standards permit request. This is for their out the storage?
Yep, for their temporary greenhouse that they do every summer. And as you mentioned, it's 1059 Meadowlands Drive. Kowalski Companies, doing business as Cub Foods of White Bear Township, are making their annual application for their temporary greenhouse. Previously, it was approved by the Planning Commission and Board in 2014. That was kind of when it was relocated to a different part of the property. It was renewed for 5 years in 2015 and 2020. The greenhouse will be in the northeast corner of the property, across from the building, where the 5,500 square foot greenhouse will temporarily occupy 2 tiers of parking, or 28 spaces. The site still has enough parking to accommodate the grocery use. Cub Foods of White Bear Township is approximately 75,000 square feet, which is considered sales or services in the off-street parking table. As I mentioned, the greenhouse was located further from the exit door in response to a request from the Planning Commission in 2014 and does not block any access lane. The hours of operation are expected to be daily during the spring months from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. from mid-April till the end of June, typically. The application is good for the next 5 years, as the last couple times they've done it. The procedures for permitted uses are listed in section 9-3. The Planning Commission reviewed the request at the October 23rd meeting, requesting that language about the temporary fencing be removed, as this is not something that they've typically done. gave it a positive recommendation to the town board, and the town board can grant approval or denial of the request.
Andrew, maybe I'm having a brain meltdown, but I thought this was under a conditional use permit.
Not for the greenhouse. From my understanding, they've typically come under the permitted use standards.
And so, because I know you can do a conditional use for 5. I didn't know we could do a PUS for 5.
That's how we've done these the last couple times they've come around. 2015 and 2020, they've been for a period of 5 years.
I remember chairing the planning commission when Cub Foods came in, and originally there was to be no outside storage, none. Then it was a little bit on the curb and on the sidewalk, and now here we are taking out. They can say all they want, but when that place gets busy, it's
busy.
They take out a lot of parking spaces there.
Yep, and I did a parking count just based on what the township's requirements are.
Yeah.
They do have 2 more than what is technically required.
After you take out for the,
Yep.
okay.
The zoning ordinance, section 9-3, permitted use standards, just kind of reviews the criteria for permitted standards permit. First, the use shall be planned, designed, constructed, and maintained to avoid unnecessary detraction from the appearance of adjacent properties or from the town as whole, aesthetic, oral incompatibility, damage to vegetation, traffic pattern incompatibility, erosion of soils or unnecessary loss of existing natural features, increased flood potential. This really is less of a development per se and more just kind of like a business license. So the development isn't going to affect anything that isn't already there. No development shall be allowed which will result in unusual maintenance or repair costs of roads, parking areas, or utility lines. Development shall only be permitted in such a manner that the maximum number of trees shall be preserved. It's a parking lot, so they're really not going to be doing too much to it that hasn't already been done. No concern with the type and density of land uses proposed for the site. The proposed site shall be sited, design-oriented, and landscaped to produce a harmonious relationship of building and grounds to building and properties in the neighborhood. The proposed use shall preserve the objectives of the ordinance and be consistent with the policy and recommendations of the comprehensive plan. And then finally, fire prevention and fighting equipment of acceptable to the Board of Fire Underwriters and Town Board shall be readily available when any activity involving the handling or storage of flammable or explosive materials is carried on. We had the building official and the fire inspector review the application, and the only comment that they had is just that building permit is required at the time of install with plans and tent specifications prior to the installation. And then they would do an inspection before they can operate. So the town board has the following 3 options for this request. First is recommend approval of the request with or without conditions. Second, recommend denial of the request with findings for denial. Or 3, table the request for further review and study.
Beth, questions, comments?
Nope, I'm good with it. In fact, I think I made the 5-year suggestion when it happened.
I'm good with it.
All right, hearing no discussion, is there a motion?
I'll move based on the planning commission's recommendation that the board approve of the seasonal PUS request for 1059 Meadowlands Drive.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, motion carries. Item 9, we have no added agenda items. Item 10, we have open time.
Hi, Logan Guion, Gion, 12599 Europe Avenue North, Hugo.
You used your turn already. Sorry.
I know. Really like my relationship with you guys. Wednesday might change feelings. Yes, so I submitted a story regarding public hearings from the previous 2 town board meetings regarding street improvement. That story is already in. However, they asked a question that I am figuring I'm going to ask you guys here. They did an assessment for Anderson Lane, and one of the lots is 1.5 lots. And my editor and the copy editor both wanted to know what that meant and why. And I realized I didn't really know an answer. I thought I did.
It's actually pretty easy.
Okay.
It's 1.5 units. And the assessment policy of the town of White Bear is based on number of units. So if you have multiple units, you get multiple, you have the base assessment, and you multiply the number of units. So the TKDA, the consulting engineers, determined that there's 1.5 units. So consistent with the township policy, they're assessed 1.5 times.
Gotcha.
1.5 times.
All right.
It usually means they sit on a corner.
That is exactly what I told my editor. And so I'm just doing due diligence, double
You have
checking.
a county road and then a township road, so you're only getting assessed half because you got a county road on one side.
Oh, that
that's
makes
where
a
the
lot
other
more
half comes in.
sense. Yeah, yeah. I figured that was the case, and that's what I told my editor. But I figured I'd also just double check with you guys. So I took.
Just as Chad had talked about during those meetings, the township spent a lot of time trying to figure out assessment values to make it fair to everyone. And we beat this one up, and this is the best solution that we have.
I took your words to heart with this story. I think I was kind, and I also.
What's your address, Logan?
Yeah, I know. I already said it's on record. I already said it. I'm not in the township. You can't come after me.
Actually, that makes it easier.
Yeah, it does. It does. No, as the longer I've worked now as a journalist, the more the less tolerance I have for comments that are ignorant of the workings of local government and not constructive. So I believe I included comments that work towards a solution. So I'll leave it at that.
The chair is right. It's corner lots are always 1.5.
That makes a lot of sense,
Not
actually.
not always, but they're you get half, that cuts it in half. 1 unit's half.
That makes a lot of sense, and that's pretty much what I told my editor. So I'm glad to know we did it right.
So correct, it's not always 1.5, but the one, because it's a corner lot, there's a half, potential half.
She just wanted to know because one of the comments in the the public hearing was like they wanted all 18.5 lots, and we were like 18.5. That's a weird number, and she just wanted to know what it meant. And I was like, oh, it's the 1.5. It's probably because it's a corner lot, and not necessarily, but it was in this case. So, all right, thank you very much.
Well, that's it, Logan?
That really is it.
Oh, okay. Sure you don't want anything else?
What?
Sure you don't want to say anything else?
No, I
Okay.
think no.
Quit while you're ahead.
Never
Item
mind.
11, I need a motion to receive agenda materials and supplements.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I need a motion to adjourn at 7:32.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, board.
Way to go.
Oh, those are good questions.